Today is our great honor to felicitate Mr. Abhijit Dotto, a distinguished leather technologist from the 1977 batch of Calcutta University with decades of experience and dedication. He has contributed immensely to the field of leather technology, upholding excellence and inspiring generations. Beyond his professional achievements, Mr. Datta is also a passionate photographer, capturing the beauty of life through his lens with remarkable sensitivity and creativity. His journey reflects a perfect blend of technical expertise and artistic vision. We deeply admire his lifelong commitment, versatility, and inspiring personality. Is the privilege to recognize and celebrate his contributions today. Thank you so much, sir.
The strength of our GCELT is our alumni. This alumni makes the extended family very peaceful, happy, and cozy family. We debate, we fight, and we learn from our alumni. রক্তের সম্পর্কে রক্তীয় হয়, আত্মার সম্পর্কে আত্মীয় হয়। সুতরাং যথাযথভাবে আমরা যাদের আত্মীয় বলি তারা কিন্তু রক্তীয়। তো এনারা আমাদের সকলের আত্মীয়। তো এই উপলক্ষে আমরা খুব গর্বিত, আমরা খুব সম্মানিত এই রকম দাদাদের পেয়ে।
Hello. Well, I don't know if I really deserve this honor. Basically, what I would like to say that I am very proud that I am a student of this college, and whatever I have done, I have traveled through 4 continents extensively, rendering service from the company where I worked for 20 years, and before that I used to work for a very big multinational company in England. And what I would really like to say that, okay, you learn what they teach us, the professors teach us, but after that, you have to really blend it into your service. You have to implement the science. It's not only just your imagination, or you keep on doing the same thing. You have to go out of the box to achieve your success. Thank you very much.
It is my pleasure to introduce the next session, which focuses on the topic of immense relevance in today's innovation-driven world, intellectual property rights and patents. In an era where ideas and valuable as tangible assets, protecting innovations has become essential for researchers, academicians, and industries alike. This session will shed light on the significance of IPR, the fundamentals of patenting, and how it encourages creativity while ensuring rightful ownership and recognition of original work. It is particularly important for all of us to engage the research and development, understand how our ideas can be safeguarded and transformed into impactful contributions. With this brief note, I invite our esteemed speaker, Dr. Mohua Hom Choudhury ma'am. Senior scientist, DSTBT, to share her insights of expertise on this important subject. First, I would like to call our session chair, Dr. Chinmoy Ghosh sir, from CSC Department of Jalpaiguri Government Engineering College. It is my proud privilege to invite our distinguished session chair, Dr. Chinmoy Ghosh sir, and I would like to call Dr. Subhash Barman sir to felicitate Dr. Chinmoy Ghosh sir for the session chair. Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. Chinmoy Ghosh sir say a few words about ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you all. So we are going to start our sessions, post-lunch session. So speaker is Dr. Moham Chaudhary. She will deliver lecture on role of IPR in technology commercialization. So before that, I would like to introduce herself. So Dr. Moham Chaudhary is scientist, C, and nodal officer, patent and trademark attorney in the Patent Information Center, West Bengal State Council of Science and Technology, Department of Science and Technology and Biotechnology, Government of West Bengal. She graduated in chemistry from Kolkata University and did his BTech and integrated PhD in food technology and biotechnology engineering from Jadavpur University. She is the coordinator of GI project of West Bengal and nodal officer, coordinator of Patent Information Center, WBSCST, DST, Government of West Bengal. She coordinated filing of 24 GIs of the state, registration of 17 GIs, 92 GI authorized user protection, special mention Bangla Rashogolla. She registered patent and trademark agent, attorney and felicited filing of more than 150 patents, 24 number of rice plant variety protection of the state, mentored 30 startups. She is engaged with Department of Biotechnology and Molecular Biology, Colony University as a visiting faculty and is a member of State Biodiversity Board, advisor of Intellectual Property Felicitation Program of MEAC, advisory member of Innovation Council of Jadavpur University, member of Intellectual Property Felicitation Center of Rajiv Gandhi School of Intellectual Property Law, IIT KGP. She published more than 40 papers, articles, book chapter on IPI, GI, and in the field of biotechnical engineering. She has coordinated 30 projects on geographical indications, registration of state, 92 authorized user protection. Presently, she is the coordinator of PG diploma courses of intellectual property rights and technology, business management and technology development and adaptation center, Department of Science and Technology and Biotechnology, Government of West Bengal. So thank you. So I would like to request Madam to give her lectures on the title Role on IPR Technology Commercializations.
Before start the presentation, I would like to say, Chinmoy sir, please felicitate ma'am. Ma'am, please come on the stage. Thank you, Chinmoy sir. Now I will hand over my microphone to ma'am. Mohua Hom Chaudhary, Dr. Mohua Hom Chaudhary ma'am, senior scientist.
Thank you. Good afternoon, one and all present here. I take this opportunity to thank you, Jalpaiguri Government Engineering College, for inviting me in this occasion. So my topic is role of IPR in technology commercialization. In today's technology frontier, IP chain of activities is very much important for all engineering colleges, universities, and academicians, as well as for grassroots innovators. So we, as a sole nodal agency under Government of West Bengal, we are looking forward all intellectual property rights of the state. And recently, for the last year, we have received 2 National Intellectual Property Rights Award for Patent Information Center from Government of India for our work and activities. Recently, we registered 36 GIs, and within this coming March, that means within this March, we'll be able to get more 22 GIs. That means all over our GI will be 48, where include Sundarban honey, Rashogolla, textile products, and many more. And patent, we have facilitated till date more than 450 and granted more than 150, and rest are in process. Actually, our role in intellectual commercialization, intellectual property rights commercialization, is to actually analyze which is patentable or not. Because before filing Indian patent, we need to know where is our location. Actually, we are heading towards problem solution approach. From morning to night, we are handling lots of problems like kitchen junk in the sink, where recently Harpic has a very good solution, some powder, some enzymatic solution, and it was also filed some patent like this. Even lawnmower was not before. So whenever there is some solution of any problem, it creates some intellectual property. Basically, it is the 7 stages of the new product development, where we lies from idea generation to product launching. Here, there is technology readiness level of 9 steps, where if we recollect these 9 steps, here we can see basic technology area, where the most of the basic principles on which we are basically working on. Then we need to study whether this document has already been patented or not. Before filing or before processing any technology, if we are working on the same field, it may be the repetition of the same thing and reinventing the wheel. That is why before initiating any project, we always suggest that before the project we need to go through patentability analysis with literature review, as because there is many more documents which is lying in the actually in the patenting documents, which is not actually available in the literature review, as because who is filing patent, they are not going for publications. That is the lag behind it. We always prefer publication, but now we suggest publish or perish. Otherwise, we need to file patent immediately. So the next step is research and proof of your technology. Then technology development. Here lies the role of IPR, because before technology development, scanning of technology is very important. If we are not scanning the technology, repetitive technology will be patented, and then it will not be actually granted. Then comes technology demonstration. It is in situ and also outside the environment. System, subsystem development, where is TRL 7, TRL 8 actual system completed and flight qualified. Then the launching of the product. So it is the 9 steps where the technology readiness level for any technology lies. Here, the product development but technology marketing, if we look into this process from idea to market plan and commercialization, role of intellectual property is each steps. Because when we generate some idea, from idea to complete the technology, we need to scan the idea, whether the idea is new or not. After developing the technology, we need to scan again the technology. Afterwards, feasibility and market study, whether the technology will be marketable or not. After that, after market study, there may be some chances of technology modification. Without modification, if we are going for filing the patent, it may not be granted. Afterwards, after this modification, we need to do the patentability analysis and then go for IP protection and management, market plan, and then go for commercialization. Basically, it is 3 to 5 year roadmap and 4 steps: ideation, design thinking, engineering, and validation. This content of technology transfer, we all know this is basically 6P associated with this particular technology commercialization. First is proper research, proper paperwork, pricing, publicity, partnership, and people's acceptance. But if we do not protect our protection is not there, we will miss this P and there will be only 6P. So without protection, if we do the pricing and publicity of our product, it will lose its value in the market. So if we look into the recent trends in IP in India, in Global Innovation Index, India's position is 38th, which is 42 jump from 2015. And Lovely Professional Institute, being a private institute, they are the highest owner of the patenting system, even granted is highest. Top 10, this is the foreign residents, highest patent filing in India. But recently it is very encouraging that India's patent filing is more than the foreign resident nowadays for filing in patent. And 2024, 1 lakh patent was granted in India, and in 2025, more than 1,50,000 patent filed. When I joined this department during 1999, that is 26 years back, then only 2,000 or 2,500 patents was filing, and granted was very less. So it's a huge jump. So in this technology frontier, intellectual property rights is very important. But before COVID, in 2020, our rank was 8th in filing patents. Now we are in 13th position. So to cover up this, we need to file more and more intellectual property. So now we are in Industry 5.0 in this situation, where the human contribution with machineries is the most important things 2020 onwards. So 7 core technology, as you already know, I am not going to this particular this to explaining. But if you can see, this is the maglev train. It is in Japan, China, and everywhere in outside India. India, it will launching in very soon. But this maglev was patented in 1969. So you can see the time gap for a technology to be in the market. This is the first patent of maglev train. 1969, you can see, it is the 1969 patent. Then quadcopter drone, it was also patented in 1962. There is so much of modification nowadays in the market, and we can see the technologies in the market. Even we look into these 4D printing materials. These are the materials already developed, and most of the patents, it is very interesting. These are the 4D printing, all these technologies where the time dimension has been added. And most of the patent here, you can look into this graph, where the most of the patent done by China. The topmost country is China. Other patent, a few patent has been filed by Korea, US, and worldwide other countries. But the most owner of this particular 4D printing technologies lies with China. Top countries region-wise, and its contribution of Chinese contribution is 89%. So here, to cope up with this situation, these are the most important patents in the 4D printing area. So where personalization, humanization is the main thrust in Industry 5.0. So we need to work on this particular aspect, particularly intellectual property rights. As intellectual property rights guide inventor or innovator, what you call, that how to go with your research. Every invention has some societal impact. Like here I want to project a simple jar opening system may be patentable, because till date in the market it is not available. No jar opening system for older people is not available. But if someone develops this simple system, like Coca-Cola opening system is available, but jar opening is not till unavailable in the market. But if someone developed, it may be a new technology and it may be marketable. So every invention is linked with societal impact as well as financial impact. So when the technology invents something new, there is some inventive steps, and when the technology is speed up, like here Eli Whitney invented cotton gin to produce the cotton faster. So when the technology is simple, when the technology is faster, it is inventive and it is patentable. So what is the difference between invention and innovation? Invention is from idea to some process, some product, it is invention, and when it is ready to market, it is the innovation. So intellectual property, it is basically creation of mind. It is based on invention and other symbols, artistic work and all this. So the concept of property has changed to intellectual property, product of mind. There is lots of intellectual property associated with our India. There is different laws and regulations. I am not going to the details: patent, trademark, design, geographical indications, copyright, semiconductor integrated circuits, and plant variety protections. But in a nutshell, if we go to this patent system, patent is a grant for an invention, not for a discovery. That means if we discover some properties of some material, or discovered some plants, or discovered or any use or application, that is not under patenting system. Suppose there is 5 technology available in the market which is related to your technology, then it is your technology is not novel, then it is not patentable. And again, the next step is that if these 5 technologies combining, we combine these 5 technologies. Suppose these technologies are T1, T2, T3, T4 and T5. If we combine these 5 technologies, we receive the technology T6, which is your invention, then it is not patentable. That means mere combination of the technologies is not patentable at all. So the patent is a grant for the invention to the inventor in exchange of disclosure of the invention. But here we suggest, don't disclose the exact specification and exact formulations, which is your trade secret. And when you are going for filing patent, always disclose the ranges of temperature, ranges of pressure and other parameters which is associated with that particular product. And patent is within the geographical boundaries of the nation. So if someone gets patent, then it will be effective in India if they file in India. That means there is no global patent, there is only the system of international patent filing system, patent cooperation treaty. But when you file in India, it will be effective only in India, and it is for 20 years. That means if you file patent today, it will be effective for 20 years. I'm giving a few examples of patentable invention. Here I am citing law. Yes, law is very common, then law will be patentable. If there is a new chemical composition of lubricant, new apparatus for producing door locks, process, or any improvement of anything, that may be patentable. In India, software is not patentable. But if there is any digital lock, that from here we can operate our residence room or the room here in this campus, that to close the room from here. So it is a digital combination of hardware and software, then it may be patentable. As in India, software directly is not patentable. But with customized hardware, it may be patentable. Like washing machine, like dishwasher. So their backend, some software is working. So combination is patentable. So these are the 3 important criteria: novelty, inventiveness, and industrial applicability. Without satisfying these 3 criteria, it is not possible to get the patent. So I am citing here the first patent granted in world. It was 1421. It was given to some architect and engineer, Filippo Brunelleschi, for this barge. It was in the year of 1421. And in India, first patent was pankha pulling machine. Here is lots of pankha pulling, pankha is, that means fan is here. But you know that recent patent for Orient, I think Orient, it is the fan which can reduce the temperature less than 12 degrees centigrade, and they file patent. So it was granted in 1856 in India. Then what the development throughout this year? So any modification of the existing technology, if it is not a combination technology, then it may be patentable. Here I am giving the example of a patent of a simple helmet. For this helmet, Korean applicant filed 43 patents on particularly this helmet. That means in different feature, you can file different patents. So Thomas Alva Edison, you all know this bulb, and after that he got 1093 patents. And what is the revolution? You all know, I am not actually repeating this thing, from this bulb to LED and different modifications. So patent office look for to file patent immediately. As we all know the story of Professor Acharya Jagadish Chandra Bose, he was not interested to file the patent. When I joined in this department in 1999, I was given the task of to find out this letter. It was from Bose Institute that Professor Bose is writing to Rabindranath Tagore and is telling, sir, I am not interested to file the patent. Telegraph company is in front of me. Then what happened, you all know. I am not repeating the same thing. Then afterwards, Swami Vivekananda requested Sister Nivedita to go to Professor Acharya Jagadish Chandra Bose to file the patent. And then Professor Bose filed this patent, detector for electrical disturbances patent, in USPTO during 1904. So it is thought that it is the first Indian patent filed in USPTO. So Swamiji has already encouraged during that time, so nothing to say afterwards. So if we go for the simple invention, there was where every one of us, we saw it, but someone developed needle. For this, we are using so much of fashionable textile materials. So from simple word to needle, only the hole, and only the James clip patent number is given. And the simple heater, the problem of the simple heater, if it touches the bucket, there may be chances of electrification. So someone developed some crisscross arrangement and 4 floating ball so that it can float, and waste can to design a chair. So these are the modification. When there is a modification which actually have some industrial applicability, then it will be patent. And world's first bionic eye, it was developed by Australian applicant. Even recently, I have found that in LinkedIn, they are in the process of commercialization, and what is the value of this patent you can see from this slide. So we need to use our intellectual property for commercialization. That means we can use it for our own purpose, licensing, franchising, merchandising, and we need to not only file the patent is the first step, patent filing is the first step, then commercialization, which is the basic criteria for getting patent. Can idea be copyrighted? No idea can be protected under patent or copyright. Copyright is a bundle of rights. That means if today's program, it is actually recorded, and if it is selling to the market, then who will be the copyright owner? That means Jalpaiguri Government Engineering College and all the authors who is presenting here, they all will be the owner of this particular copyright. Copyright sustains for throughout the life and plus 60 years. So software is under copyright. That means any algorithm, any mathematical modeling, everything is under copyright. However, if there is a combination of some device, even some mathematical software is under some device or any customized device, it based on drafting skill, then it may be patented. So whenever you consult with some attorney or like that, they should know this all particular thing, how to make some invention to patentable. That we are doing in this science and technology department. Actually, mere invention, we change it to the patentable invention. So whenever there is a problem, you first need to search the patentability analysis. The industrial design, even here the Einstein slide is also there. That Einstein was clerk in patent office. And afterwards, the development, here I want to mention that for any technology to be patented, it not to be from big lab, only the simple ideas that matters. The next important intellectual property is industrial design. That is the outside design. It is not design patent. In Facebook and LinkedIn, every time we are getting that we have 12 design patent. In India, design patent is not possible. It is only industrial design registration. Feature of shape, configuration, outside feature. That Bata company, they protected these two shoe and other thing in Indian Patent Office. So it is the outside features. Any article, it is very much related to MSME sectors who want to commercialize their product. So outside design of anything, even syringe, even laparoscopic instrument, any instrument, that outside design is design registration. Functional characteristics, like some brush. If I have some problem and I cannot brush with a simple brush, if someone develops some designer brush, which actually smoothen the our purpose and help it to brush it very smoothly, then that functional characteristics added to particular brush is under patent, and outside design is under design. It is not design patent. Always it is written as design patent. In India, design patent is not possible. So here you can see pattern is important for design registration. That upper and lower two design pattern is same. That is why it is the infringement. The next important part is trademark. Trademark is the logo or product name. That means our business name is our trademark. But when we devise some trademark, there should be some intellectual capability. Why? Because suppose we are dealing with leather company, then give the name of the company as Real Leather. It will not be trademark registered because it describes the product. So when some trademark, like you can see Coca-Cola. What is the meaning of Coca-Cola with the soft drinks? Is there any link? As there is no link, it is a very good trademark. Even HP, half-eaten apple, there is no link with particular this logo and the product. Here you can see the Glucon-D and Glucose-D. In our childhood, we used to take this Glucon-D, hence product. So Glucose-D was in the market with the same design, the father, mother and the boy, and the same design, and they started marketing. And then hence sue them in the market, and it was resolved in the Mumbai High Court. They changed their design as the boy playing that football. So it is the issues of the trademark. I'm sharing a small story. A boy in the South Kolkata, they are working with some sandwich. They are basically a small scale industry, sandwich maker. Their trade name was Double Decker Slane. It was accepted by trademark office. But the last day, it was actually advertised after acceptance in the website. So that if anyone opposes, the day before the last day of 4 months, Coca-Cola company sent a letter to them that you are actually violating our intellectual property. What is that? Because double-decker lane is no similarity with Coca-Cola. However, they are using the logo, the same font, means same font that was registered during 1850s like that. So they have already registered the font also. So you cannot copy the font in your logo design. That was another important thing for any trademark designing. And another important intellectual property, as you all know, that it is geographical indication. Basically, it is our traditional technology. There was no protection during that time when basmati rice was taken up in USPTO. And turmeric was patented by our scientists in USPTO. So during that time, these documents helps. This is the prior art documents where own healing property was written. And for basmati, it was written that basmati rice was used for Badshah Bhog. So these documents help to CSIR scientists to revoke the patent. And afterwards, geographical indications was in the market. The first GI was Darjeeling tea. And till date, we have registered 36 GIs and more 22 GIs are in the market. We are 6th player. That means West Bengal is 6th player in GI registration. Geographical indication is very important as it deals with our capability. That means traditional technology, use of these are all the GI registered product. So in one product, how we can strategize to protect one product in different forms. That means suppose here is a watch. We, many of us is using that smartwatch. But the problem of the smartwatch is that we have to charge time to time. If someone develops some charging system within the watch, then that means from some sensor which can take charge from any light, that means solar light or anything. If it is developed, then it may be under patent. That outside design, if there is hexagonal type design, that may be under design. Trademark like Titan, copyright, engineering drawing. Trade secret is the manufacturing know-how. I have already mentioned before that we need not to tell everything when we file patent, because exact thing is your trade secret. Like Coca-Cola company, they do not share their exact formulation. 2 persons knows the actual formulations and they do not fly in the same flight. So in that way they protect their trade secret. And GI is Swiss watch. So in one product we can protect all type of intellectual property rights. So patent law salient features, it is both product and process we can protect. Term of patent 20 years. Examination on request. We are filing but we are not providing examination fees. It will not be granted. But for government department, government engineering college, any university, now 80% reduction for universities and institutes, engineering colleges. So it will be, and expedite process is available. Not for government department till that it is not reduced, but for universities and engineering college, 80% reduction for patent filing fees. Protection for biodiversity is possible, and early examination for women scientists, startup, small entity, and university under government, established under government act, that they can apply for early examination process. So invention I have already mentioned, I am not going to all these details. So how we will proceed to file the patent? Write down the invention. First we need to check whether the invention is patentable or not. As because in India everything is not patentable, we need to modify the technology to make it patentable. That is very important. For any help you can come to our department, because there is a unique opportunity of idea clinic where we actually suggest whether it is patentable or not, even it is marketable or not. Check whether the invention is patentable, then go for novelty search, then draft with a skilled person, then filing a patent. Filing a provisional patent if you are in a hurry to protect your idea, but not all the experiment has been done. So you can file provisional specification. Within 12 months, you need to file complete specification. And then publication of application and request for examination. And it will be examined, and patent office will provide the examination report, like peer review report. Afterwards, we have to submit within time, stipulated time. And then if they agree with that, then it will be granted. Otherwise, there will be some hearing. After hearing, it may be granted or it may be rejected. So here I want to project how commercialization of patent is very much effective. Like this simple can, it provides 1,48,000 UK pound when it was invented daily. So these are the efficacy of the patent system. So we have a unique system already mentioned, Idea Clinic. Anyone can pitch there. We also organized Techathon Technology Grand Challenge. Recently we have organized one Techathon that was very successful, and 256 participants from all over the state was there. 28 was selected, and we have given prize for 6 for the new technology. Here I want to mention some simple technology. This is a development of Jadavpur University, some students. They have developed some nano composite based some cap which can fit in any bottle, and the water taking through this cap, it will be purified. So these are the development. Even it is also patent of Jadavpur University of our research and development project outcome. It is a slaughterhouse waste to direct biofertilizer. Through this instrument, the slaughterhouse waste is converted to direct biofertilizer. So there is no need to drying, because drying will be done through this process, through this machine, and it was granted. Here in your college, there was some inventor in this college. They have developed some leather product out of that fish scale, and also some product from out of this park circus area, that waste leather to some, well, these are the development. Even some group T of Directorate of Youth Service, he has developed some lift, that the person with the lift, he was in our department during 2009-10, and during that time he developed this, and it is a very small residence. We were there to visit whether actually the machine is effective or not. Though patent office actually do not judge whether your device is ready or not, but as Government of India is providing the grant for this particular patent, we were there to visit whether the technology is effective or not. During that time, his wife tell, "Madam, once night we find there is earthquake, but after when I wake up, I found that it is not earthquake. The machine was fitted under the bed and it was tested." So for any technology to be patentable, it is actually need not to be so much a big lab, only the idea to be effective. Here is another important technology where patent, design, trademark was registered. That is a smart water drinking bottle. Each part is flexibly, you can open it, and the water from upper part, when it is open, water is just poured. It will be actually purified through this middle part, and the water can be taken up by glass. Now lower part is like act as a glass. So it is a smart water drinking bottle. Patent was granted for it. Design, outside design was registered, and trademark was also registered. Through these, it was effectively used in the market. So any technology, when it is effectively used, like here, this is a student of Jadavpur University, Royal Bengal Green. She is working with biodegradable plastic, and her idea was actually delivered in the Shark Tank. Within 3 years, she actually raised more than 10 crores, and she is working in a manufacturing unit there, Andul area, and 25 staff already joined our company. So she is working with these different development. She is a very successful successful entrepreneur with 2 patents, 3 design, registration and trademark. Here is many success story. Here is also KIT University's success story. They are also taking facilitation from us. They are 18 trademark, 6 patent, 6 design registration with this. They are also getting foreign fund from different countries. So Technology Development and Adaptation Center is there in our department. So any help, you can click to our website, the idea. Just click the idea and you will get this form and download the form and fill up this form and send to this email ID. We may help you for regarding all this type of for filing any patent. So emerging patent trends we have found: growth in AI, biotech, quantum tech, global innovation index, India raised up, startup driven patent ecosystem, and high growth patent domains. As we found through patentability analysis, these are the area where high growth patenting is actually found. Patent strategy is very important, that before filing patent, whether you will go for filing it or not, that is very important. I already know President Abraham Lincoln, the only president has patent. So Abraham Lincoln says patent system added fuel to the interest of the fire of genius. So it is the quote, and everywhere I end with this particular quote. Alice says, which direction should I go? Cat says, it depends a great deal on where you want to go. But Alice says, I don't know where I want to go. In that case, really, that doesn't matter which direction take. But in today's technology frontier, we need to take some direction, otherwise we'll lose many new technologies, emerging technologies to be patented. With all this, thank you. Thank you for kind patience.
Any questions?
What other things, like West Bengal, I found we have the least patents. No, yeah. From all the states, Tamil Nadu is the highest.
Our position is 13, 1 3.
Ah.
Our position 13, we are not in top 5, but before COVID we were at least 8th position. Now our position is 13. But here we are in 6th position. 6th position. Now after March I do not know, but within March we are expecting more 22 products. This GI may be a startup challenge, because there is GI startup challenge in DST Government of India. They are providing this challenge, how to market this GI product. This is a greatest challenge, because supply chain mechanism to develop QR code based mechanism. We are working on it, because we have developed some mechanism with MSME department, so that the authentication of any authorized user who is producing the product can be identified. So there is many challenges in GI.
Acha, madam, about then what is the difference between the honey of Khadi industries, Khadi and village industries, and Sundarban honey?
Actually,
Chemical composition.
Yes. Sundarban honey, they are actually producing through Maubon. And whether Khadi is collecting this particular from Maubon, I do not have any idea. If it is, they are collecting from then Maubon and branded through Khadi, then it may be the original thing. Because till date, Sundarban honey was registered during 2002 for 24-25. After that, no authorized user has been till date, registered till date. Because they are actually controlling all the things, the producing and marketing through Maubon. And Khadi is also marketing the product. I do not have the idea whether they are collecting through that particular Maubon product.
Okay.
I have one query.
Yes, you can come to our department for any type of facilitation for filing patent, design, trademark, copyright, anything. For any type of facilitation, you can contact us anytime. Because before filing anything, you need to have patentability analysis, that know your location. That we are providing. Even facilitation of filing also we provide. But there is no grant for filing patents, so you have to file in your own fund. From it is individual. If it is individual, official fees is 4,500. Like, and the attorney, that all these fees, it may be 9 to 10,000 initial filing fees, not much more. Yes, for legal advisor, fees will be more 5 to 6,000. That means total within 10,000 it will be filed, if there is no such complications.
Is there any benefit of getting GI tag for a particular item?
Yes, definitely. GI tag is nowadays buzzword throughout India, because GI, after getting the actually India as well as West Bengal, our main capability in our traditional technology. We are not actually inventor of 4D printing and all this. Our main capability lies in traditional technology, like Govindabhog chal, Tulai Panji rice, and all this. But it is not properly marketed outside, because lot of number of NRI actually they want the particular product. Govindabhog rice, Tulai Panji rice, Radhuni Pagal rice, Even the Baluchori shari, Dhonekhali shari, this is not properly marketed. Even in the in-house market, if actually, I think you know the Prada case, that Italy Prada, they are actually copying our Kolhapuri chappal. And in the fashion show, they are getting huge market, but they are not giving proper benefit to the authorized user, to the producer. That is why GI registration is very important, because our product is taken up by the foreigner, like Basmati rice was taken up by Rice Tech Company. They are marketing there, telling Basmati rice lines and grains, but it is our product. So premium price we are getting out of this premium product. Like I am telling you the story of Tulaiponji rice. Tulaiponji rice BCKB সঙ্গে আমরা কাজটা করেছিলাম, বিভিন্ন প্রোডাক্ট আমরা বিভিন্ন লাইন ডিপার্টমেন্টের সঙ্গে করি। সো তুলাইপঞ্জি রাইস রেজিস্টার্ড হয়েছিল 2017 সালে, কিন্তু 2024 সালে আমি যখন বিসিকেবিতে বিভিন্ন ওয়ার্কশপে যাই, সেবার যাওয়ার সময় ওরা জিআই তুলাইপঞ্জি রাইস আমায় দিল। আমি বাড়ি এনে যখন পোলাও বানিয়েছিলাম, অসাধারণ লাগছিল খেতে। তারপরে ওটা আমি অন্য আউটলেট থেকে যখন কিনলাম, সেই কোয়ালিটি পেলাম না। তো চ্যালেঞ্জটা এখানেই, অরিজিনাল অথেন্টিক কোয়ালিটি সবার কাছে পৌঁছে দেওয়া। এবং বাসমতি রাইসের থেকেও এর অ্যারোমা কিন্তু অন্যরকম, এবং আমরা এটা আমাদের রাজ্যের প্রোডাক্ট তুলাইপঞ্জি রাইস, আমরা জানি না। এছাড়া আরও রাইস আছে, রাঁধুনি পাগল রাইস, আমরা জানতামই না যে ওর অ্যারোমাতে রাঁধুনি পাগল হয়ে যায়। তো এইটা ছিল মানে জিআই করার, যেহেতু জলপাইগুড়ি গভর্নমেন্ট কলেজ নর্থ বেঙ্গলের, তো এই প্রোডাক্টগুলো কিন্তু আমরা মানে বিশেষ করে তুলাইপঞ্জি রাইস আমরা তো এখানে পাই না, কিছু কিছু আউটলেটে আছে, কিন্তু এক্স্যাক্ট কোয়ালিটির প্রোডাক্ট এবং সাপ্লাই চেন ইমপ্রুভমেন্ট করা কিউআর কোড দিয়ে, এইগুলো কিন্তু বিশাল চ্যালেঞ্জ। আবার আরেকটা চ্যালেঞ্জ আছে, ডোকরা। ডোকরা কিন্তু জিআই রেজিস্টার্ড হয়েছে, কিন্তু ডোকরাতে প্রবলেম হচ্ছে লেট পার্সেন্টেজ হাই। তো এইখানে কিন্তু রিসার্চটা করার দরকার, এই লেট পার্সেন্টেজ কি করে আমরা ডোকরাতে কমাতে পারি। যেই ডোকরা প্রোডাক্টে কিন্তু আউটসাইড ইন্ডিয়া এবং অনেক জায়গায় যারা বাংলা নাটক কিন্তু খুব ভালো কাজ করছে, ইউনেস্কোতে এই যে পটচিত্র ডোকরা এদের অথরাইজড ইউজার যারা আছে প্রডিউসার গ্রুপ, তারা তো 14-15টা কান্ট্রি এইগুলো নিয়ে প্রোডাক্টগুলো নিয়ে ওরা বিভিন্ন এক্সিবিশনে যাচ্ছে, কিন্তু ওই অ্যাকসেপ্টেন্সটা ডোকরার ক্ষেত্রে কম, যেহেতু লেট পার্সেন্টেজ, যেহেতু স্ক্র্যাপ মেটাল থেকে এগুলো তৈরি হয়। তো এই প্রবলেমগুলো নিয়ে আমরা R&D করতে পারি, রিসার্চ অ্যান্ড ডেভেলপমেন্ট, এটাই দরকার। তারপর এই যে ম্যাঙ্গো, তারপর রসগোল্লার অনলি ক্যান দিয়ে আমরা রসগোল্লা পাঠাতে পারি, কিন্তু ক্যানিং বড় বড় যারা রসগোল্লা ওনার তারা করতে পারছে, ছোটোখাটো যারা তারা কি করে করবে, তাদের মার্কেটিংয়ের জন্য এই কস্টটাকে নামিয়ে আনা, এই রিসার্চটা কিন্তু এখনো পর্যন্ত হয়নি। তার মানে এইগুলো যেগুলো ট্র্যাডিশনাল টেকনোলজিগুলো মার্কেট করতে গেলে আমাদের যে যে রিসার্চ করা দরকার সেগুলো কিন্তু আমাদের নেই। কিন্তু এই জিআই, অন্য রাজ্য কিন্তু জিআই নিয়ে অনেক বেশি মার্কেটিং এবং জিডিপি ইন দ্যাট কেস ওই সমস্ত রাজ্যের কিন্তু এগুলো হাই, অনেকটাই হাই। তামিলনাড়ু, কর্ণাটক ওরা যেমন পেটেন্টেও হাই, জিআইয়েও কিন্তু ওরা একদম মানে এক্সেল করছে। তো এটাকেও কিন্তু আমরা আমাদের রিসার্চ কেন এখন সমস্ত রিসার্চ হচ্ছে ইন্টারডিসিপ্লিনারি। ইভেন বেঙ্গল পটচিত্র, এটাতে একটা প্রবলেম, ছোট করে বলি, বেঙ্গল পটচিত্র, উড়িষ্যা পটচিত্র দুটোই জিআই রেজিস্টার্ড হয়েছে, কিন্তু উড়িষ্যা পটচিত্রতে সং নেই, বেঙ্গল পটচিত্রতে একটা গান আছে। তো এই গানটা আমরা কি করে কনজিউমারের কাছে বা কাস্টমারের কাছে পৌঁছবো? So we have suggested that include some small chip to the product, like toy, যে টয়গুলো বাজারে অ্যাভেলেবেল না, মানে জাস্ট আমরা যদি পুশ করি গান গায়, তো সেই রকমভাবে আমরা পটচিত্রের প্রোডাক্টগুলো মার্কেটিং করতে পারি। এগুলোর জন্য খুব মানে সিম্পল আইডিয়া লাগে, তো যে কোনো স্টার্ট আপরা কিন্তু এগুলো নিয়ে এগিয়ে যেতে পারে, এই প্রোডাক্টগুলো নিয়ে। না, biggest market owner for 4D printing, which is the recent emerging technology. 4D printing যেখানে টাইমটাকে অ্যাড করা হয়েছে।
No, what about the other patents?
Other patent also, China within
I'm just going to tell you, you see this watch, this is from the Italian designer Bulgari, and this is the original cost is around 4-5 lakhs. I bought it at 1,000 rupees. 10 years, more than 10 years I'm wearing it. I have hundreds of these.
From where?
From China. China
Yes,
itself.
yes.
And nobody can do anything. None of the international companies can really put a stop on it.
I'm sharing one small story that during 2010 and 11, some students from Purulia and Bakura area, I can't remind now, he came to us with some technology that his simple technology from mechanical product to some electricity will be generated. ডিজাইনটা খুবই ভালো। সে নিয়ে এসে আমাদের কাছে বললো ম্যাডাম এটা কি পেটেন্ট করা যায়? তো আমরা পেটেন্টেবিলিটি অ্যানালিসিস করে যেই ডকুমেন্টসটা পেলাম এক্স্যাক্টলি সিমিলার টু চায়না, কিন্তু তখন স্মার্টফোন ছিল না এবং ওই ছেলেটি এতটাই গ্রামের ওখানে থাকে, ওর পক্ষে ওটা থেকে নকল করা সম্ভব নয়। তার মানে আমরা ইন্ডিজেনাস যে টেকনোলজি বা আমরা যে আমাদের নিজস্ব ইয়ে দিয়ে যে টেকনোলজিগুলো বানাচ্ছি ওরা কিন্তু ওই ধরনের জিনিস অলরেডি পেটেন্ট করে রেখে দিয়েছে।
This watch, it's written here, Bulgari, everything, nobody can make out.
আমি সেটাই বলতে চাইছি আমরা কিন্তু এখানেই সেটা তৈরি করতে পারি, এরকম অনেক কিছু জিনিস, কিন্তু উই আর ডিপেন্ডেন্ট অন, মানে মোস্টলি ডিপেন্ডেন্ট অন, হ্যাঁ এটাকেই বলে ট্রেডমার্ক পাসিং অফ লাইক বোরোলাইন, লাইকমি, কোলগেট, কলিজিয়েট, খালি স্পেলিংটার মধ্যে একটা আই বা কিছু ঢুকিয়ে দেওয়া হয়েছে। না ও
Even the serial number is there, which is the same number.
না সেটা তো ওই কোম্পানি ওদেরকে ধরতে পারেনি তাই।
Nothing can be done in China, I'll tell you. Even with our company, the same name was used and we could do nothing. Absolutely
না
nothing.
ওরাই তো মার্কেটটাকে মোটামুটি ধরে রেখেছে, মানে পুরো মার্কেটটাকে অ্যান্টি ডাম্পিং করা হচ্ছে। বাজে প্রোডাক্ট যেটা ভালো, কিন্তু অনেক প্রোডাক্টই যেমন ধরুন চাইনিজ টয়, ওগুলো তো সমস্ত মানে বাজে প্লাস্টিক দিয়ে তৈরি, ওগুলো মার্কেটে বিক্রি হচ্ছে এবং আমরা ওটা কিনছি। আমরা কেন কৃষ্ণনগর মাটির পুতুল নিই না? সেটা কিন্তু জিআই রেজিস্টার্ড। ছোটবেলায় আমরা ওটা দিয়েই খেলতাম, ওটা দিয়েই ঝুলন করতাম, এখন বাচ্চারা সেগুলো ইউজ করে না, ওই চাইনিজ ওগুলো আমরা কেন নিচ্ছি? সেটা তো আমাদের কাছে আমাদের প্রশ্ন।
This is exactly what is happening. I had been to China more than 200 times, and the Indian purchasers go to China and ask for the cheapest product.
সেটাই বলছি।
China makes products for USA, for Europe, and the quality is not the same. Quality is entirely different.
Sorry to interrupt. Actually, we are running late by more than half an hour. So thank you, madam. So actually, ma'am has completed within her stipulated times. So thank you. So ma'am has elaborately detailed us what is the difference between GI, patent, copyright, trademark, and design. She has also guided us how to do the patents, and she has give us assurance. Then if we go to the DST, she will guide us. So thank you, madam, for these elaborate lectures. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your excellent presentation. Now it is my proud privilege to invite our next session chair, Dr. Shomir Dash, Department of Civil Engineering of Jalpaiguri Government Engineering College, for felicitation. And I would like to call Dr. Subhash Barman sir to felicitate Dr. Shomir Dash for the current session chair. Sir, please come off the stage. Now I will request Dr. Shomit Das sir to say a few words about our next speaker, Dr. Konika Das Bhattacharya, Professor of IIEST, Shivpur. Sir.
Thank you very much. Very good afternoon, everyone. It's my privilege to introduce the speaker of this session, Professor Konika Das Bhattacharya, Madam. She is a distinguished academician and researcher in the field of electrical engineering, and now she is currently serving as a professor at IIEST Shivpur, where she has been contributing since 1998. Professor Dr. Das obtained her PhD in engineering from Bengal Engineering and Science University, Shibpur, with a specialization in microprocessor-based protection of alternators. Her academic expertise spans microelectronics and advanced power system protection with a strong research focus on sustainable energy models for rural India. With over 47 research publications and 7 R&D projects and guidance of multiple PhD and MTech scholars, she has made significant contribution to both academia and applied research. Her excellence has been recognized through several prestigious awards, including the President of India's Madan Mohan Malviya Award, the Endeavour Award by the Government of Australia, and the Outstanding Engineering Award by IEEE Power Engineering Society, Kolkata. She has also held key administrative roles, including head of the Department of Electrical Engineering and chairperson of the IIPC, and has been instrumental in establishing advanced laboratories and introducing courses in smart grid and Industry 4. Her ongoing research aims at delivering sustainable power solutions to rural communities through innovative microgrid technologies. I would like to request you all to join me in welcoming Professor Dr. Konika Das Bhattacharya ma'am for her speech on weaving industry patterns into the academics of engineering. Ma'am, please.
Now, I will request Dr. Shomit Das sir to please felicitate our next distinguished speaker, Dr. Konika Das Bhattacharya ma'am.
Okay, good evening, everyone. I thought there would be a lot of people, and I was very worried. So anyway, it's a very brief presentation. Time is 30 minutes. How much is the time? Minimum. 20. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. Yes. So this is weaving industry patterns into the academics of engineering. So the first chapter, industry participation and the NEP 2020. So today, the dictums of the NEP 2020 is encompassing all the higher education institutes. Now, see for this, it is the role of industry in implementing the National Education Policy 2020 for higher education institutes, and this is what I am going to brief you on. And the source is the Government of India Ministry of Education thematic session. The vision for industry integration under NEP 2020 aims to create a seamless education to employment pathway, foster an innovative a culture for innovation, and drive economic growth, ultimately benefiting students, industries, and the nation. Now look at this picture. I mean, this was again something which, an idea which I gave to AI to show that how academia and the industry linkage can propel the growth of a nation, and AI gave me this image. You see, it's a gear, and if this, the first two, I mean, on the left you have the industry, sorry. কোথায় গেল বলো তো? So this, on the left you have the industry, on the right is the academia, and in the middle is the nation. Here it looks like America, but it is sparkling. That is a nation. So here we have to think of the map of India. So it is progress through collaboration. That is the vision for the industry-academia collaboration. Italy, sir, na? Okay. So the objective now, so it's a kind of, if this NEP visualizes that we will have well-rounded individuals as leaders for the 21st century. That is their vision, and for that the Ministry of Education, they have really studied a lot of models, and what is their outcome of the models they want? They are saying that the industry linkages should be by up to 50% by 2030. At present the industry linkage is only 10%. By 2047 it should be 100%. Now what is industry linkage, you should be asking now. And of course the audience can also ask, at which level, at which entry point do you want industry to relate with your students? So now look at this. So this is the graph. Again, it is from the site of the ministry. Today it is, we are at 35, maybe less, not, I do not know. And then 100% to be by 2040. Now what is the industry-academia linkage? It is refers to the structured partnership between higher education institutes and industry to enhance learning, innovation, and employability. This is a strategic shift from isolated academic training to real-world skill-driven education. Now, I will give you some case studies, but this is what is the holistic plan is. Now, look at this picture, and this is the industry linkage in engineering institutes under the NEP 2020. On the left-hand side, you can see the sector 1. It is the Y1. It is this is the co-assigned syllabi. Why is it co-assigned? It is thought that it is the academia and the industry will design the syllabus, and the syllabus will be done in such a way that it is it allows the students to explore vocational, credit internship. So credit internships is that now in the 4th year we are having 6 months internships. So that is the substitute for major projects. And sometimes the third year internship can also turn into a major project, because the internship they are doing in the industries. So it's better to have live projects. That is what the think tank of the education ecosystem is saying, that it's better to work on live projects of 6 months and 1 year what the students are working. If they can get an idea going to the industry and start working on it with a mentor from the industry and a mentor from the academia, that is very suitable. Now here on this side, the sector 2, this is talking about getting the, I wrote that weaving the patterns of intelligence of the industry into the academics of engineering. So this is how we want to weave. That is the handshaking between the industry, the professor, in the form of the professor of practice, joint R&D projects, faculty development programs by the industry, and outcome-based accreditation. So this is the things which are already started, and which I think we need to roll out at every level. Thereafter, we are having the sector 3 for innovation, that is intellectual property management, seed funding, turning major projects into products, and startup incubation. Now recently we just came to know Rajya Sabha had raised a question. It had come to our director that how many subjects we are teaching on product design and even for productization they are calling. So we already have a subject at the master's level, that is productization it's calling, and it comes under that is product design. Then you can see the placement and the alumni feedback. A strong hand-holding with the alumni is very, very important. And so that they may help in the campus recruitment and merit-based, this is career progression, career counseling, alumni network, and all this. Now this is something which I would like to discuss in one slide at the last. Regional need alignment, where Madam had talked about the MSME involvement at the innovation level. That is, even I talked about the MSME involvement at the internship level. I am going to have a talk with the MSME, whether our students can go there to visit and find out any problems that can be used by them. Now, yesterday only I had a talk with the past president of NASSCOM. So he said that he had sent some computer science students to the silver filigree cluster in Andul. So 4 and 5 boys, they had come out with one app for finance for those people, because they are all artisans. They do not know how to manage their finance. So they had built a simple app, computer science students, and so that they know what is their raw materials, finished products. They can know that what is their position. And another group had worked on design precision to find out, I do not know whether they used computer vision or not, to find out what imperfections were there in the design. So it was not only computer science there, I mean together with I think some other departments were also there. So yesterday only we had a talk that mechanical engineering students must go, because precision engineering. I should also tell you before I go to the, this is the, not yet come to the case studies, but I will tell you my, the real, how the industry weaving takes place and how we really need to let the students feel the impact. Even the teachers need to feel the orientation of the industries. Otherwise, there is no point having our projects run in a single route, which will never go anywhere, never see the end of the day, never see in the form of a product or a patent. Please realize that a product or a patent is a must for any project. Now, the next, so this I just, a little more of the National Credit Framework, since all our teachers are here. So this, we are now doing this MOOCs and SWAYAM courses, NPTEL courses, when the students are going for their, because now we are also having the 6-month internship. Though we are quite new to it, some more institutes are already having their 6-month internships some 3 years back, 4 years back. So when they are doing the 6 months internship, if some courses are left behind, they can do it from the NPTEL, they can do it from the MOOCs, and that credit will be added, whatever theory course is left. So also I need to tell you that if they are working on an internship project and it requires a study of some other subject, that will be also, the system has become flexible. That flexibility has been introduced into the curriculum. Now here, my question to the audience is, probably academics also need the orientation of the technology development scenario, and then only professors of practice can be identified to deliver. Now, if we as teachers do not know in which direction technology is moving, how can we identify from which domain our professor of practice is coming? Because first and foremost, our curricula should be designed by a group. Power system, it's from all domains. You should have all the specializations from both industry, academia. Then you know where we are heading. And then professor of practice is very important, because case studies are real time. That experience the teacher will not have. Now this, one of the models that we cited in the NEP, I think the origin was at the Harvard Business School. The objective that the STEM skills, that is science, technology, engineering, and maths, they are still driving the economies and attract increasing interest from potential students. Now, since this field is evolving so fast, so we also should know the methods and practices being used while we teach our students. So this is a continuously evolving field. You can see the data science, business and financial analytics, machine learning, and since this field is evolving, the tools and techniques of teaching should also evolve. And that is why we require industry on board. Now that's part of should be done to keep the, now this is what is to be done to keep the interest of the students on an upward slope. Now, to ensure curricula evolve as technologies do, representatives from participating companies can serve on the board of academic studies. So they are charged with providing real-time input on the critical technological skills students will need in their careers. They also help educators make sure curricula evolve as technologies evolve. So invite a broad range of companies to join the advisory board. Offer a compelling reason for companies to participate. It is not only to be in the board, you should give them access to your research. What is the research going on? So if necessary, they can do the hand-holding and put it to their corporate office, whether we can plow it back, especially in applications of artificial intelligence and machine learning to your technological solutions. This is something where faculty members are working, and if this is the need of the industry at the moment, this is where we are really can do the handshaking. Now, this pink is, I am a bit sorry for this. Now here, again I should say, for this unpredictable future demands, there is, I had actually got this slide ready for our open panel discussion before. Here McKinsey has said that a survey revealed that 85% of managers now prioritize skills over formal degrees for freelance roles. The shift underscores the rising value of practical skills in a rapidly evolving job market. If you go to LinkedIn also, you open your account, they will ask for your skills first. So next, then IIM Kolkata in November 2024, they said that our panel focused on future readiness. That is very, very important, especially as we look towards India in 2047. staying informed about technological changes such as LLMs and tools like ChatGPTs are essential. Now, what does this suggest? Identification of multidisciplinary areas, who will do, industry or the academia. Now we're coming to the case study. Now, these are some case studies which we did in IST real time. So there was this CII Energy Subcommittee meeting, and after the meeting was done, it was in 2025, we had found out that those who participated, it was a lot of them. There was Calcutta Electric Supply, there was TVC, there was anyway, I'm not going to name them all. So we had given such kind of, they had given their preference for such kind of technologies where application of AI ML for problem analysis, then renewables powered greenhouse technology, battery technology, and non-conventional. So that was, we took a feedback from them, and they were interested to do research with the academia in these kind of areas. So that was the feedback. Now then after that, CSC got in touch with us, and that you can see the meeting, and they converged on these two topics, and as a result, today we are working with 3 projects on condition monitoring and partial discharge, and another probably bushing monitoring. So we are a team of electrical and mechanical working together, and all applications of high quality sensor technologies, applied this new techniques of machine learning, AI, and that is where our also satisfaction goes, that whatever we are doing research for postgraduate projects, whatever we are doing for PhD projects, now the industry here in India, sorry, in West Bengal, and especially our industries in the eastern region they are having a monitoring cell. They are also doing it themselves, but they are stuck up somewhere. So that is how they want to do the handholding. Projects are not of 1 crore. Projects are of within 10, 20, 12 lakhs. But still, though, the expertise, the change of knowledge sharing, that is very, very, very rich for the faculty members. That is what I'm telling. This is really we require. So when you teach from a certain height, when what the industry is facing, like where you put your sensors, and the resolution that you're getting from imported sensors does not match ours. How can we improve the resolution? What materials can we use in the sensor technologies? So it is at a very, very elementary stage that the research needs to be done, but the faculty members are capable of doing that. Now, again, another area I would see, you must be developing laboratories. So you should have the flair for advertising it. So we just inaugurated a high performance computing laboratory for having a number of GPUs. So there we asked DVC to inaugurate in the presence of Grid India. So now we are going to sign an MOU with them, again for research in cyber security. So looking at the facility, so they wanted to entrust the project of cyber security, that is DVC, to IIST. So when you show your facilities, that is very, very important. What facilities you have created, you show it to the industry. And then they will show, yes, I needed this testing apparatus, which is not with us. Yes, I need these machines, it's not with us. It's very costly, it's cost intensive. So our engineers can work here, or we can give you research projects. Now this are, I am just giving you case studies of real-time interactions. Now, this is what I said. Another one is the Advanced Manufacturing Training Center. This is our School of Mechatronics and Robotics. IST had explored the establishment of a dedicated center focused on advanced manufacturing training. Now, this is it. Now, I would like to say that every 6 months, meeting with industry bodies are welcome. Institute can develop some laboratories by sharing their spaces and students, and with industries using their CSR fund. Sign proper IPR agreements and engage interested students in projects from the early years of engineering. This will bring in corporate research funding and enable an ecosystem of innovation. Now, this is one of the last slides. This is the creation of a smart knowledge society. Now, I just can't make this here. We are having, I can just read it to you, renewable energy, health, then manufacturing, and then power. So, a knowledge society is somewhere where you have, at the top, you are having the policies and the knowledge, the decision makers, and then you can see here the strengthening the broad base. Economic stability is achieved by empowering the unskilled and semi-skilled masses at the pyramid's base. So, and in between we are having the industry and the academia connected through a digital highway. Now, example of this, I would say that, think about the Howrah foundry cluster. We are having so many MSME industries, all are dying out. You know what is the reason? Technology infusion. So this connect between there was no connect. Now the MSME has become made a one portal where the academia is connecting, putting up their facilities, and MSME can see that yes, these are the things which we wanted, and they will click, they will get in touch with us. Now this is something, the digital highway, which was missing for a long time, and now this knowledge society, we are calling it the Foundry Knowledge Society. Now we say Shibpur, they have the metallurgy people, they can have that. Now a knowledge society does not only mean engineering and the MSME. There are lots of skills. You require that is the base of the pyramid. You require lots of skills. You require development of ancillary vendor bases. So in one go, in one stop, you have the list of everyone. It is not only the students and the teachers and the corporates. It is also these people who are unemployed, who really require their GDP to be improved, the MSME sectors. And remember that MSME contributes one of the highest to the economy. So this is this is actually a paper which was published in IEEE. I just got one slide from it, but it's a quite a lot to think. An example of this is the ISRO model of self-reliance, utilizing team spirit and indigenous technology to create a sustained knowledge-enabled economy. I think all of you know about ISRO. They have not imported anything. It's totally indigenous. And Indian Institute of Space Technology, they are so well connected. The southern engineering colleges in southern India and the ISRO, they are so well connected, and you will not find all IITians there. They are taking from the local boys. So this is an example of a knowledge society. Like India can have in healthcare, in smart manufacturing. And for example, I will tell you that, like as an example, I'm saying, our institute has been identified for smart manufacturing by the Asian Development Bank. They may give a loan. They may give a loan. Our project is being appraised, but we have screening is done from the initial phases. We have reached the final phase. So smart manufacturing, because they know Howrah is a region of where you have, this was once a hinterland of the manufacturing base, and they have made this smart manufacturing at the IIST hub. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your excellent presentation and detailed discussion within a time limit. Before closing the session, I would like to request audience if you have any questions. Anyone? So I think there is no question, ma'am. So thank you, ma'am, once again. And I would like to request everyone present here join me in a big round of applause for our speaker, Professor Dr. Konika Das, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your excellent presentation. Now it is my privilege to stand before you as we move forward one of the most anticipated moments of today's seminar, the theme we are just about to explore, that is faculty development and support for transforming higher education for the future, is not just relevant but truly vital and shaping the academic landscape of tomorrow. In an era marked by rapid technological advancement, evolving student anticipation and expectation, and global interconnectedness, the role of faculty extends far beyond traditional teaching. It demands continuous learning, adaptability, innovations, and a strong support system that empowers educators to inspire and lead change. Faculty development is no longer an option. It is the backbone of sustainable and progressive higher education. To enlighten us on the significant subject, we are honored to have an esteemed speaker who brings valuable insights and experience in the domain. With great respect and anticipation, I invite our last distinguished speaker, Professor Dr. Shubhashish Bhaumik, IIEST Shivpur, to share their thoughts and guide us through this important discussion. For this reason, now I will request Dr. Shantanu Das sir, Mechanical Engineering Department of Kollani Government Engineering College, to come up to the stage and say a few words about Professor Dr. Shubhashish Bhaumik, sir.
So we have come at the end of this two-day session, and after yesterday's session, we have with us Dr. Shubhashish Bhaumik, Professor, Department of Education, University of Calcutta, India. You are from Anyway, I have got one wrong information. So I know that Professor Shubhashish Bhaumik is from IIEST Shivpur, and yesterday also he was delivering some lecture, and he's also a very close friend of mine. So suddenly, whether he has shifted to Calcutta University, I was a bit astonished. Anyway, sorry for this misinformation. So Dr. Shubhashish Bhaumik holds a BE in Mechanical Engineering and an ME and PhD in Production Engineering. He is currently working as Professor HAG in the Department of Aerospace Engineering, IIST Shivpur. His research interests include mechatronics, robotics, industrial automation, assistive devices, rural technology, and innovative product development. He is instrumental in the development of the wind tunnel, shake table, and cyclic loading test facility, as well as the robotics and mechatronics laboratory for advanced research. He has guided 9 PhD theses, published 100 research papers in journals and conferences, and carried out sponsored research projects funded by DST, BRNS, AICT, IU, CREF, UGC, and DIC MHRD IIT Kharagpur. He has received the Best Paper Awards at the AIMTDR 1997 and 2004 conferences, as well as at the ICI CPI 2016 and ICI2C 2021 conferences. He is a fellow of the Institution of Engineers India, member of the Association of Machines and Mechanisms, Robotics Society of India, and an expert member of the Rehabilitation Council of India. He is a former Dean, Research and Consultancy, former Dean Planning and Development, former Head of the School of Mechatronics and Robotics, former Head of the Department of Aerospace Engineering and Applied Mechanics, former President, Institutions Innovation Council, IIC, and former Zonal Vice President of the Association of Machines and Mechanism. So with this short bio, I invite now Professor Bhomik to please start his deliberation. Professor Bhomik, please.
Yesterday I was also the last speaker, today also. And the topic of today's discussions from my side is reimagining faculty development and support for transforming higher education for the future. I am a teacher, all of you also teacher. And whatever we will discuss today, mostly the 90% of the things is known to both of us. But still I will consider it because of the facts that I have accumulated it in one place, and maybe there are certain terms are there which maybe you may have found it a new one. Okay. So the higher education institutions, they are expected to engage in the knowledge creation part, which is basically considered as a research. Then the dissemination of the knowledge, which is in the form of teaching, and the applications of knowledge, which has been gathered through the teaching and the research form. Its applications in the form of innovations and the entrepreneurship. Now still I remember when we pass out, I pass out from the Jalpaiguri Government Engineering College. And we found that at that time, only the teaching was the main professions over there. Nobody was interested. Never we are heard of anything like any of the faculty is working in some research work like. Then in the 90s or in the 20s, we find that it is also a responsibility of a faculty member to do research. And then today we find that not only the teaching, not only the research, but also a feather has been added to the faculty members' profile that is known as innovations and entrepreneurship. So anyway, those who are joining this institute right now, they have the three mandates to perform like. One is the teaching, another is the research, and the third one is the innovations and entrepreneurship. So this is the challenge, since the institutes are organized by the departments, and our departments, most of the cases, our departments are formed in the horizontal form, whereas the industry, it operates in the form of a sectors, or it is in the form of a verticals. So by empowering the faculty members, the institute will be able to create a high value projects. That means the funding which is be used for the funding and publication purposes. Inspired graduates, we will be able to develop graduates, valuable graduates, which are employable and who can have an entrepreneurship. We will have a licensing patents, know-how and show-how capabilities. And also, we will have a successful startups. That means the market penetrations and the expansion part. So, as a whole, the project-based, or we can say that the professional developments of the faculty members or the faculty development programs, basically it includes 4 or 5 different parts or components. One is the continuous professional development, which is known as CPD. The second one is known as a circular and pedagogical research part. The third one is the best practices for the faculty-student interactions and the mentorship, which was earlier, it was completely absent. Nowadays, it has been introduced in the new academic programs. Then co-teaching, peer teaching form. Earlier it was there, but it was not exercised. But now it is the responsibility of the faculty members to exercise this co-teaching and the peer teaching form. And the last one is the reflective-based teaching learning process. This is an important slide. Generally, I show it that how after the COVID period, how the technology has been changed or how the people has been changed. Yesterday I mentioned regarding the characteristics change of the people. Earlier it was like a people, nowadays the people are known as a net generation type of people. We are habituated to work for 24/7. Mobile workforce, like we are the workforce, mobile kind of workforce. Gig economy. Nobody is right now, no students is bothered about the job. If he or she has some sort of self-confidence, okay, to start with the freelancing type of activities. Then the ongoing learning process, online learning process. Already it was there 10 years back. Now we are habituated with this way of learning. Sharing, not owning. That means the earlier concept was, whatever I have, I will not share with the others. But right now the concept has been changed. Whatever we have to share with the others. We are ready to share with the others. And the sustainability. These also term, it was not so much a popular 10-15 years back. But right now, whatever we are doing, whatever the activity we carry forward, carry on, we have to keep it in mind that whether we are satisfying the terms and conditions of sustainability or not. From the technological aspects also, there are new technologies has been introduced. And as a faculty members also, we must be accustomed with this new technology, which basically it includes like a cloud computing, AI/ML based technology, automation or automobile kind of vehicles, smart robotic systems, virtual reality, augmented reality, mixed reality concept, 3D, 4D printing technology, blockchains, nanotechnology, quantum computing. So these are the new technologies which came into market during the last 5 to 10 years of time period. And all these technologies are basically useful, irrespective of the branch of engineering in which we belong to. The third one is financing part, microfinancing, crowd-based financing, crowdfunding part. These are the new terms. And mobile money transfers, it was not there earlier. So, and the third and the fourth one is the open source, use of the open source technology, either in the form of a hardware systems or the software systems. People are now more and more interested, the faculty members are more interested to use, at least in the laboratory, the open source type of devices. So today, the faculty members has been stretched and challenged in the ways they probably never imagined when they first entered into the classroom. If 10 years ago, if you were asked any higher education's leader to define the biggest issue or the problems that the faculty members are facing, then they would like to tell you that it is the learning curve that has came along with the rise of the online education systems. So that means the use of technology for teaching learning process is probably it is putting a new challenge before the faculty members. But we come from an apologistic stance that the research consistently demonstrates that positive students' outcome, whether graduation rates, satisfaction rate, or the personal growth measures are highly dependent upon the quality of teaching and the quality of interactions between the faculty members and the students. So this is the most important part. Though we are saying that we are exposed to a new kind of technology, which we are supposed to use in our classrooms or our laboratory, and we are facing some sort of threat from the online education systems. But ultimately the question is that whatever the knowledge we are imparting to the students, whether we are providing a quality type of knowledge, quality informations to them, whether we are able to attract the students, whether the classes are enjoyable or not. So these are the, basically these are the questions, the vital questions we have to answer. So there is a questions like the role of the faculty members is now shifting from the traditional lecture based to the multifaceted mentors, learning facilities and innovations catalyst. They now prioritize the student-centric pedagogies, integrating technology and the industry relevant skills. We are including research, means the part of our duties is also includes the research, administrative kind of job, and also we have to take care of the fostering of interdisciplinary type of collaborations activities. So this is an important one which indicates that how the research, educations, innovations and the entrepreneurships are acting as a fundamental duties and responsibilities of the faculty members. So the research, in the research part we have like a 4 points, like a proposal writing part, presentations of the proposals, then the management of the projects and the patents and the paper writing. So these are considered as a part of the fundamental activity of the faculty members when they are involved with the research. Then in case of an education's theory, we have to tell the theory to the students. The theory is basically the science-based theories. Then we have to use some tools. The tools is basically the technological aspects. Then the translations of knowledge through the engineering aspects and the testing, that means the evaluations of the students' performance. Then from the innovation point of view, we have to define the problems, we have to develop the solutions, we have to deliver the high value innovations work, and we have to deploy the whatever the products or process has been developed, we have to deploy it in the market. And from the entrepreneurship point of view, it is better that if the faculty members, they themselves becomes as an entrepreneurs. It is encouraged right now, both in the central government level and the state government levels. It is encouraged that the faculty members should have entrepreneurships of their own. If it is not possible, then at least the faculty members should encourage the students to have their entrepreneurship activities. So we find that here you can see that what is the academic role of the teachers that has been explained over here. And in the academic sectors, there are, we can say that there are different types of professions are coming up. We have two axes. One is known as an external, internal type of axis. Another is known as an academic, non-academic activity. So if you can plot the activities based upon whether it is an internal to the systems or it is external of the systems, and whether this activity is connected with the academic activity or it is a non-academic activity, then we find that whatever the continuing education program we organize or the faculty development programs we organize, it is basically an external kind of activity, and it is an academic in nature. So whatever the FDP programs we are organizing, it is basically we can consider is an external type, though it is not correct that there is no internal participation is not there. It is not correct. But mostly this kind of activities are organized by the external peoples for the internal ones. Then if I see the teaching and the research type of activity, teaching is mostly an internal kind of activity. A faculty members will take the class in their institute only. They will do also the research in their institute also. So it is an internal type of activity, but highly it is an academic activity. Now there are also internal activities but non-academic in nature. There are activities like those who are involved in the administrative kind of work, infrastructure development type of activity. So this is of internal activity but highly non-academic in nature. And then there is another type of job is there, which is known as a consulting or members of the committees, different committees like those who are involved in this kind of activity. Their part is external, they are serving the external agencies, and mostly the activities are of non-academic in nature. So as a faculty member, we must be ready right now to do the academic activity as well as the non-academic activity. Sometimes the questions arises that when a faculty member is given a non-academic activity, then there are a lot of issues comes into. It's very difficult. People say that for academic people, it is very difficult to do the non-academic activity. But all these non-academic activities are basically for the betterment of the activities of the faculty members who are doing the academic activity. So in any way, we have to take care both the academic and the non-academic activity simultaneously. Now in the academic, so in the academic to the industry, if we move it, we will find that there are certain values of depth that exist. Like researchers who are basically enforced for doing ideation. That means the ideation part will come from them. Then the engineers are there who are basically take care of the invention part. Then the aspiring entrepreneurs are there who are taking care of the innovation part. And there are successful entrepreneurs who are taking care the impaction form. So in between we find that whenever we move from the concept to the POC part, proof of concept, then there is a valley. And this is basically an R&D type of lab activity. And then again, from the POC, when we move to the prototype, there is again another valley is there, which is known as a prototyping center. So it's basically it will be taken care by the prototyping center. Then again, the prototype to the product form, there is another valley is there, which is taken care by the business incubator form. And then again, from the product to the market, whenever it will have to carry forward, then it will be taken care by the business accelerators. And then, if you see the statistics, that means under this research form, it is written like 1,000 paper has been published. And when it goes into the invention form, it comes to the 100. And from the inventions to the innovation form, it basically becomes like a startup. 10 startups is there. And out of these 10 startups, we have only the successful startup rate will be only 1. So you can see that how it is difficult to have a startup activity or the scale-up activity compared to the publications. So you can have 1,000 publications, okay, and out of these 1,000 publications, we find that maybe 5 or 10 publications, maybe it will find some sort of light to have a scale-up type of activities. So the investment of money that is invested in form of a research, if it is of 1 lakh rupees only, then in case of a startup, it will be of the order of 1 crore, and for the scale-up, it will be of the order of 10 crores. So we can say that from the monetary point of view, it is easy to do research compared to bringing to the product of the process, if it is a patented product of the process into the market and start a business activity, which is very, very difficult and which will also consumes lot of money also. So this is the research field. Research is basically, it is a vertical type. Research is basically, it is a horizontal type. And we find that there are horizontally, there are many departments are there, like a mechanical, electrical, chemical, civil, like that. But whenever we go into the industry is basically working in the vertical form. Either we have a construction in the constructions engineering, or whether we may have an energy industries, farming industries, public health industries, and the transport industries, like that. There are so many other industries are there. And all these industries we can find, there are basic branch of engineering peoples are there. Like in the case of a transport industries, maybe the public health industries, there are people like having a mechanical background, there are people like having a computer science backgrounds also. So it is a challenge that how we will orient ourselves from the departmental level to the vertical level, that's mean the industry level. Whether it is possible to convert ourselves from a mechanical engineer, say if I am a mechanical engineer, whether it is possible to convert myself to the transport sector or not completely. But the market demand is like that, the industry demand is like that. Okay, so as we are discussing about the duties and responsibility of the faculty members, this is a very important slides which characterized the task and responsibility of the faculty members. Generally at the assistant professor levels, at the bottom level, it is expected that the faculty members will be involved in the teaching. He or she will also be involved in the mentoring also. And also he or she will do the research and publications also. Now, whenever the faculty members will be promoted to the level of associate professors level, so the basic task will be of connections and the revenue generations. And in this form, they will also conduct the continuing education programs. They will also involve themselves with a CEP type of programs. They will also do the testing and the consultancy type of activities also. And then, when an associate professor will become as a full level professor, his or her responsibility will be the legacy and the contributions. That will be the main responsibility of the faculty member at that time. So he or she will be involved with the conferences, workshops, organizing it, managing this kind of activities. He or she will be involved in the international, national level conferences, and also established some center of excellence, a particular field. They will develop some particular field which has a research potential, which has a market. So they will try to develop this kind of COEs in their institute. And then whenever the faculty members becomes as a senior faculty member, senior professors, the task is impact and recognitions is the main one. So mainly he or she will be involved with the institute level, administration level, and also he or she will provide the thought leadership also. So this diagram, it indicates the full responsibility of the faculty spectrums from the assistant professor level to the professor level. This is an institute level ecosystem facilities. We are basically dealing with 6P and 6I. 6P is basically, it indicates the people, problems, then the proof of concept, prototype, product, and the process. So these are known as the 5P. And the I process, 6I process, the 6I process indicates in impactions, immersion, ideations, inventions, innovations, and implementations. So this 6P and the 6I, they are connected with each other. So we have an R&D centers, we have a field of study, we have a marketplace, we have an accelerators. As we are moving towards the right, that means we are moving from the academia to the society. And then the proof of concept is basically this is attached to an academics. The prototype is in between the academia and the society. Then when it is transformed into the products, it goes into the society. So this particularly this diagram beautifully it explained how the people, problems, proof of concept, prototypes, products, they are all interconnected each others with the 6I. That means immersions, ideations, inventions, innovations, and implementations aspects. Now, sometimes it is said that the faculty members has to do this activity and that activity. There are different types of activities that are supposed to be performed by the faculty members. And but there is a responsibility from the university of the academic institution point of view. And what are the university support structure and the strategies that is required for the development of the faculty members, that is very, very important. Number one is the individualized and the flexible support systems has to be provided to the faculty members. Peer mentoring and communities of practice should be nurtured. Strategic institutional commitment should be there. And the focus must be on the well-being. The focus must be the well-being of both the faculty members, the staff members, the students community, whoever is associated with the academic sectors. The government or the university should have a focus for the well-being of those peoples. There is a new concept is coming up in the and already has been introduced, which is known as a professor of practice, because it is found that whenever a faculty member is teaching in the class and if the faculty member is not exposed to the industries, then there is a lack of, or we can say that the confidence of transmissions of knowledge from the book to the industrial levels, actual level, skill development one. So that's why a new concept of professor of practice has been introduced, and it is expected that the professor of practice, he will come from an industries with a vast knowledge, applications knowledge, and which will be transferred not only to the students community, but this knowledge will also be transferred to the faculty members who are the regular faculty members of the institute or who are taking the classes for the students. The main motto of our faculty development programs, any faculty development programs, is basically it is not only the knowledge sharing or the knowledge transmissions of knowledge, high power knowledge, research knowledge from one generation to the next generations. It is not only that, but main theme of the, what I say, the objective is improving the lives through educations. So if we can target in the classroom, if we can target this, improving the lives through educations, that will be the, what I say, that the main motto of the faculty members. So with more prospective students, they are asking, is a degree really what I want? So there is a question mark in the student's mind. Whatever the degree is giving, whatever the degree he or she is getting, whether the degree has any value or not, whether it is valuable, without any degree, whether the person will get some sort of satisfactions in the life or not. So the college leaders and the faculty members are challenged to reimagine the institute's role along all together. So we have to think about the role of the university whenever a student is asking that whether the degree has any meaning to him or her or not, whether it has any importance in his life or not. So what is the purpose of higher education? Whom does it serve and how it serves it? What can institutions do to ensure that higher education has a democratizing and not jeopardizing the effect of the people's life. So there is a question mark in the student's mind that whether these learning systems, whatever the learning systems they are going through, whether it is basically jeopardizing their life or not, whether their life is basically is getting smoothened or not, improved or not. So that question mark is coming. So what shape and size of the higher educations work best for whom, and to what does that mean for the institutions and our business as usual? So as an academic institute also, we must think about these questions, that whether whatever the knowledge we are imparting to the students, whether it has any value, actually whether it has any value or not, or whether the completely the institute level or the university level, these academic structures needs to be restructured, and then we will be able to impart better knowledge, better students, which will find some sort of applications. This is an upskilling of faculty members of academic excellence. There are 4 levels of frameworking is there. And level 1 is basically known as a foundation level, which is known as a digital and operational readiness. Level 2 is known as an intermediate level, which is known as the quality, accreditations and the research related activities of the faculty members. Level 3 is advanced level, where the AI-enabled teaching learning process has to be adopted. And the 4th level is the continuations level, that means is basically the sustainable development, sustainable evolution process the faculty members has to think about. And for that, at 4 different levels, it is necessary to provide the necessary information, support systems, faculty development programs for these particular areas. In some institute, there are like a faculty development centers, which is known as an FDP. So there are certain activities involved in the faculty development centers. In many of the university systems, they have these faculty development centers as a special kind of centers which take care of all the faculty development activities. These are basically the initiatives and has been reported in NEP 2020, National Education Policy, to develop the teachers to provide the high quality educations. So there are 5 activities that there's, like continuous professional development, number 1. Number 2 is the multidisciplinary training. A faculty members maybe belongs to one particular field of engineering field, but the faculty members must be given some sort of basic knowledge, basic understandings about the other branch of engineering also. Then the online teaching activities, this should be encouraged. Number 4 is the teachers' recruitment and retention. This is also a very important responsibility of the teaching community, how to recruit the faculty members, effective faculty members, and how to retain the faculty members to an academic institute. And the last one is that teacher empowerment, how to improve the quality of teaching learning of the teaching community. There is a concept of co-teaching and peer teaching, okay, and this is a new concept, and co-teaching is basically it involves 2 or more faculty members teaching a particular subject, okay, and peer teaching is something like it involves the students who will guide another student. So one student will guide the another students, and this is also one way of teaching learning process also. So there are a lot of positive sides are there. So only negative side is that the peer teaching is okay, it is under the faculty members, but the co-teaching is under the faculty members, but the peer teachings, it should also be guided under the faculty members also. So it will not be only the student will be teaching another students only, but the teaching information should be transmitted under the guidance of the faculty members. This is one another teaching practice, which is known as a reflective type of teaching practice. In most of the cases, we do not take our own feedback. Okay, so that means the feedback by myself, like after taking the class, whether I am taking my feedback or not, which depends upon the feedback of from the students community. So this is in a reflective teaching learning process. After every class, the teacher will give some sort of marking or evaluate his or her own teaching process. Okay, and some marking will be there, and based upon the marking, the faculty member will try to find out the errors or the problems in his teaching, and then accordingly some kind of research pedagogy help he or she will take to identify the issues and try to remove that issues. So that is known as a reflective teaching learning method, and this is the new methods. Okay, and in all the academic institute, okay, so they are trying to introduce, at least the faculty level, they themselves is trying to introduce this type of concept, that so that they will have some sort of logbooks. Okay, so where every day's class performance will be written, and the faculty will try to reduce the error or the problems that the faculty has faced in the classroom, day-to-day classrooms. So the conclusion part is, as peer pedagogy coaches, we support our colleagues in bringing authentic in their teaching, enjoy the art of giving and finding the energy in the teaching process. And together we improve both the reality and the perceptions in the teaching learning process, enhancing the whole education's experiences. For us, it is a change. It is basically a chance to share our experiences, expertise, grow alongside the others, contribute to the cultures where everyone thrives. So this is our basically the motto of organizing the faculty development programs, that we will learn from each others and we will try to improve the quality of education that we impart to our students, and in this way both of us will be benefited. So the future university is not defined by buildings only, or they are not to be judged by the budgets only, but by empowered faculty who can teach, who can read, who can do the research, who can also innovate in a rapidly changing world. So whether the university has a good building or not, whether the university has a huge budget for expenditure or not, so that will not be considered as a main criteria or the important criteria, or we can say it should not be considered as only one criteria. The one criteria that can be considered is basically the quality of the faculty members, both their teaching process, the learning process, the incubations, innovation, startup related activities. So this should be considered as the prime, measurement characteristics to consider whether a university is a good university or not up to the mark university. These are some of the activities we do in our laboratory. Okay, so the point is that think with your mind and forget about this technology. So in every aspect, whatever we do, if we can involve, yesterday also I mentioned that there are three parts that there in our body. One is the head, another is the mind and the heart, another is the hand. So in any activity, we should try to involve the head, mind and the hand activities. And rest of the things we can forget. Technology we can forget also. So break it, stretch it, bend it, crush it, crack it, fold it, love your experiments and go deep into the solutions. So whenever we will try to do something, basically we will face the problems. And for that, if it is required, we should have to break it. If it is required, we have to stretch our understanding. If it is required, we have to bend it, bend our informations, bend our concept, crash it, that means completely ignore our earlier knowledge, develop new knowledge, crack it, fold it, and then ultimately we have to love it, love this activity, and then we can go into the deep into the problem solution phase. Thank you. I am not an expert speaker. Okay. Do only in the lab we do it by hands only. Okay. And whatever the knowledge shared, already it is available in the internet. Nothing is new. Only I collected from here and there, I accumulated it in a particular location, so that at least whenever you will go through it, you will be able to understand it. And if you find that somewhere you have not given any stress, try to give it stress. This is all like a what I say, that this is an ideal one. Okay, and it may not be possible to take care each and every aspects of teaching, learning process, whatever has been discussed here, because the class time is also limited, and within this class time we have so many of we have a scheduled class schedules, etc. Okay, so the point is that we should keep it in mind whenever possible. Whenever we have some sort of time, we will try to introduce one or two concepts. Definitely, it will create interest among the minds of the students, and the performance of the students will be better and better. They themselves, the students, will have the confidence in solving their problems.
Thank you, Professor Bhomik, for nicely pointing out several aspects.
Now it is our pleasure to felicitate Mr. Shubhodip Samanto, a dedicated student of second year CSC department from Government College of Engineering and Leather Technology, for his unwavering technological support throughout this 2-day seminar. His prompt assistance, technical expertise, and calm problem-solving approach ensured the smooth execution of all digital and technical aspects of this event. His commitment and sincerity truly reflect the spirit of the teamwork and innovation. We sincerely appreciate his valuable contribution and wish him continued success in his future endeavors. I would like to call Dr. Arindam Saha, Associate Professor, Department of Physics of Jalpaiguri Government Engineering College. Sir, please come up to the stage and felicitate him. Shubhodip, please. শুভদীপ, অনেক ধন্যবাদ, তুমি এই দুদিন আমাদের সঙ্গে সব সময় ছিলে। আমরা সত্যিই খুব খুশি এবং গর্বিত তোমার অ্যাক্টিভ পার্টিসিপেশনে। Thank you, Dr. Arindam Saha, sir, and thank you, Shubhodip Samanto.